Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic here once again. Today's fun project, All-Star, is going to be replacing the control arm on my 2002 Chevy 2500 HD. The ball joint was bad, and I showed that in a previous video. I will put the link somewhere if you'd like to see that. And rather than just replace the ball joint, I'm replacing the whole control arm with the ball joint in it. When I've done these in the past, I've put the ball joint in that upper control arm, and the one that I got seemed awfully loose. So it comes to the point where, you might have to weld it or something like that. So with this, I just bought the whole control arm. We're going to put it in. We're going to go through that process. I will be battling some rust. I'm really not looking forward to this just because of the amount of rust I'm going to have to deal with. But hey, let's dig into it, and such is life here in the Northeast. One of the first things I noticed is if I get an ABS sensor fault, I think I'll know where to look just by doing a visual here. This is actually supposed to be hooked into this part here, and it is not. I know that when I replaced this wheel bearing and hub assembly, I had that in there, but this winter was very tough on my vehicle and plowing, and I know I had snow piled up in here and had these front tires buried and stuff. I'm not sure if that did it or it just naturally came out, but I'll fix that up. I'll try and tie it up a little bit. As I said though, if I have a speed sensor ABS code come on, I pretty much think I know where I'm gonna look. So we'll start loosening some of this crap up and go from there. So what I'm going to do first is loosen this nut up on the ball joint. I'm not going to take it all the way off. And I am going to tell you what I did already was I actually sprayed it with some PB Blast or something to try and loosen this because it was all rusted up. So we're going to take the ratchet to it and see if we can get her loose. Like I said, not take it all the way off, but just drop it. Alright, a little bit of weasel piss helps. We'll leave that on there. Next we got to try and get these other bolts out up top here. Try and get this bolt off to get this bracket off without breaking it. This ought to be fun. What? Man, I always worry so much about stuff with this rust. And look at that. Alright, move that out of the way. We'll pop this off and move this out of the way. We'll unhook it up top here. You can unclip it. We'll do that. Move this out of the way. Alright, we got it unhooked. Now we'll just pop it off up there. We'll get a tool and do that. Now we got that out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to do before I forget is I'm going to mark these cam adjusters up here to make sure I get them in the same place. There's little nipples on them here, so we'll mark it there where the little nipples are. So we got them marked. I guess now we'll work on the bolts up there. Somehow you guys got moved, but all I did was I've just got the nuts loosened up on them bolts, and those bolts aren't going to move. So I guess my best bet is to get the air hammer. I don't have big nasty, but we'll get the air hammer and we'll try to loosen them up, because man, they are in there tight. Ah, cool. That happened a little easier than what I thought. Ta-da! So what I'm going to do now is lower the truck down on the lift, since we got this loose, and support this while I pull the control arm out. I now got the jack underneath here. I'm going to take the nut off and the bottom of the ball joint and pull the control arm out. So let's take a look. Was that bad? Oh heck. So now we want to make sure that they're pretty much the same, which they look it. So we'll go back over and install, which is of course the reverse of disassemble. All I'm doing now is getting the bolts back in and making sure that the cam adjusters are lined up. I'll get those in and then we'll be back to finish it up. So there we have it. I'm going to take this and put a cable tie around it. Put some grease in the grease zerk. I got everything tightened up to factory specs. The ball joint is tightened up and has the new cotter key in it. So basically it's just a matter of putting the tire and stuff back on. And there you have it. Alrighty, so that's changing an upper control arm on a 2002 2500 HD Chevy. And I thank you for watching, and this is Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic saying, just remember, if you can get somebody else to do it, you're probably better off. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.